how are you all doing? Long time no see. So if you've been following me over on Instagram, you'll know why I'm on doing a video. So it was requested, I asked for 100 likes, I've got nearly 200 likes now, so thank you ever so much for that, as always. It's lovely to hear from you all, and it feels good to be back. So I said I'd come on and give you an update and let you know what's been going on. I put the post up on Instagram saying that I'd lost a stone in 4 weeks, and you all seem to want to know how I did that, and yeah, just in general what's going on with me. So I'll take it as far back as the beginning of lockdown, which I'm sure is the same with everyone else. It kind of threw us for six and we didn't really know what was going on, and it's been a stressful time for everybody, let's say. And I had already been struggling a little bit with my mental health before lockdown hit, and it took me a few weeks to get to grips with what was going on with lockdown, to be honest, but there did come about a 2 or 3 week period into lockdown when I really did sort of hit rock bottom with it. Now, as you know, I'm one of these people that turns to food for comfort, as I'm sure a lot of you out there do as well, and inevitably the weight started going on and on and on. So it come to a point 5 weeks ago today that I decided that enough was enough. I'd started seeing a very high number on the scales that, to be honest, I've never seen before in my life. Again, if you've followed my journey since the beginning of me coming onto YouTube, that I did a journey with Slimming World. If you remember, I think the highest I'd ever been at that point was 1610, but I was a little bit lower than that when I did actually come round to joining Slimming World. So this scenario saw me getting into the 17s. I was practically 17.5 stone, and I had sort of had that wake up of seeing that number on the scales and thought, right, like, enough is enough. I can't go on any longer. My health, as you know, was in not the greatest of conditions anyway, prior to all of lockdown and everything happening. And I just thought, God knows what will be happening inside my body now, carrying all this excess weight. So I did kind of start eating healthier myself, but I'd been searching a lot on Instagram for inspiration to do with food and just weight loss stories, transformations and all things like that. So the thing that I actually found, and I've never ever tried this before, I suppose going back a few years, I had more of a negative outlook on this particular weight loss plan, because I thought it was just basically shakes. I thought it was just shakes, and I thought maybe the shakes weren't that great tasting. And I'd known one person that had done it and succeeded, but you could tell that she'd struggled to do it. But that was probably going back about 10 weeks. Some of you may have already cottoned onto the weight loss plan that I'm talking about when I say shakes, and it is the Cambridge weight loss plan. Now, quite surprisingly to me, upon seeing all these different posts and stories on Facebook and one thing and another, I realised that Cambridge weight loss plan is completely different to what it used to be, as I say, in the olden days. And it wasn't just a shake diet anymore. In fact, the sheer amount of variation in the food seemed, unlike any other kind of shake plan that I'd ever seen. They have had a massive rebranding recently, and I know that it is now called the 1-to-1 plan by Cambridge. No, sorry, it's the 1-to-1 diet by Cambridge weight plan. And I thought, right, I'm really intrigued by this, especially as it's something that I've never ever tried. I did a diet, oh God, if anyone else has done this way back in the day, when you go to the doctors and they do have a weight plan that they can sort of recommend you onto, shall we say, and you have to go to the chemist to pick the food up, and it's called lipotrim. I don't know if I've really talked in depth about lipotrim to you all before, but the products are absolutely vile, and I just, I managed to get a little bit of weight off with that, but it's just something that I couldn't stick to. So I was really intrigued when I saw the posts on Facebook, with the pictures of the food, saying that it was really tasty and all these different products that people were loving. And I thought, wow, let me look into this. So I looked onto the website and I saw that it's no longer just sort of shakes and soups. There's shakes, there's soups, there's porridges, there's bars, there's meals that you can make up very, very easily with hot water, and even ready meals now that they do as well in pouches. So I was like, wow, there's, you know, a lot more to this than I actually thought. Let me do some more research. So if you've known me for a long time, you know I have to know the ins and outs of a fart, as I would say. And so I did my due diligence, and I had a really good surf around online and found out all the information that I thought I needed to know, looked at the kind of weight losses that people were getting, and found that on average, Cambridge say that you will on average lose around a stone a month on their plans. So looked into the plan itself and found out there's all different variations of the plan as well. It's not sort of a one size fits all. So you can start from what I would call a very low calorie diet, like a total meal replacement, having very few calories, and there's lots of other steps you can do. Now, it does all depend on your health, I found out, because what I did do was when I'd found out everything I thought I needed to know but I had more questions, I went on the website and typed in my postcode and found a consultant that was local to me. There was a couple sort of within striking distance, none actually in my town. But the write-up from one of the ladies, Sammy, in Beverley, it just struck me straight away. Like her testimonial, it reminded me of myself. We had so much in common. Her face was obviously very friendly as well. The picture that she had on her profile was so friendly. And between the two profiles that I read, even though it would have probably been just as easy to pick either one, I really felt a bit of a connection already with Sammy just because of what she'd written there on her website. So I instantly got in touch with her and we messaged backwards and forwards, and then I decided to jump on a phone call with her, and we had she spent a long time with me on the phone, which was a great sign right from the off really. I'd obviously explained to her as well that I've done Slimming Well before, and you know, as much as I loved Slimming Well back in the day, when I very first joined Slimming World, I did mention that I had like a slight anxiety and stuff to my Slimming World leader, and that I could only come to a small group. And I explained to Sammy that obviously the group grew and grew and grew to a point where, one, I was falling out of love with the diet anyway, but the sort of final nail in the coffin for me was the size of the group. I didn't feel that I was getting the help and support that I needed really, and I know that does vary from person to person. Some people go along to a Slimming World meeting, they get weighed, they go home, they can completely manage on their own, and you know, I appreciate that's ideal for some people, but I really feel like I just need that little extra bit of support. So another thing that I felt great about when Sammy was explaining the plan to me is that you actually get your own individual weight loss plan consultant, i.e. would be Sammy if I was to choose to go with her. And I just thought this was incredible. Like, you know, my meals are going to be planned out for me more or less, because I can just pick whatever I want. I don't have to think about food. All the food's going to be there for me. Even the stuff like to have your sort of main meal on an evening is just so easy to prepare. If you want to sometimes have a lazy day like I do, or you want something to grab and go, there was stuff that I could choose on the plan, you know, for that as well. So it just seemed like really flexible. It seemed to have all the support that I would want, and already I knew Sammy was going to be a great support just by the amount of time she'd spent messaging back and forth, spending with me on the phone. So we agreed a start date for me. And that the rest's kind of history. It happened quite quickly. I was just all in, basically. I just loved the sound of it. I loved the fact that, you know, she comes to me every week. Yes, with social distancing and everything like that, it has been strange. Obviously, when you go to a Slimming Well group, there's lots of people around you. You're in close proximity. You know, it's just such a different thing. It is really personal and tailored to you, and I just love it. So Sammy comes round to my house once a week, and I'm laughing because we stand out on my driveway, and I get weighed, and obviously she couldn't come too close to me at this particular time, so I did do my own measurements on week 1, and we decided that measurements would be done every 4 weeks, But yeah, everything else Sammy does for me. So she comes, I step on the scales, she writes in my card, she'll bring whatever I've ordered for that week for the food for the next week. As you can see now, no, I'm not in an old-fashioned photo booth having my passport photo taken. I'm actually in my motorhome on my drive, and this has become our little conference room, shall we say. So we stand on the drive, we do my weight, and then we come in here with all my products and my card, and we sit a good 1 metre, 1.5 metres away from each other at the opposite sides of the seating area in my van. And yeah, I mean, I think the first couple of times she came, I mean, if anyone knows me as well, you can't shut me up. So I don't know if she was meant to stay for an hour and a half, but for the first couple of times I kept her an hour and a half. And if you're watching this, Sammy, I do apologise for that. I do know you've got other clients to get around as well. But I just so appreciated all that extra time that was given to me right back at the beginning of the plan, because obviously, you know, the food was there, the support was there, but I still need that bit of like motivation and prompting and, you know, that you can do it sort of thing, you know, because there's always the doubt there in your mind. You think, well, I've tried all these different plans before, you know, I've never got down to a target weight, I would just love to do it. Is this one definitely going to be the one? Is it going to work for me? And I can absolutely say after 5 weeks, this is the one. And yeah, it's worked for so many thousands of people as well. Like, I'm on the Facebook forums now, and the transformation pictures are amazing. The amount of different people that come on this sort, the Cambridge one-to-one plan it's just so varied. The people are varied, the plans varied. I just can't rave enough about it, really. So I'll go into the weight losses with you, and hopefully I'll be able to insert a before and after of the 4 weeks and some other pictures as I talk through this with you. But so week 1 weigh-in. Oh, I'll tell you the plan that I went on first, by the way. So I didn't do the total diet replacement. I went straight in at the step 1A, which is 3 of the Cambridge weight loss, well, the one-to-one diet. I can't help, I am sorry, and I apologise in advance if anyone's watching that's new to Cambridge and knows that it's now known as the one-to-one diet, because I do keep using the word Cambridge. It is by Cambridge, but it is essentially the one-to-one diet. So yeah, the step I chose on the one-to-one diet is the step 1A, which is 3 of the products a day, and a minimum of 2.25 litres of water. And again, I know those of you that are watching me, that have watched me right from the beginning, know I struggle with water. But I found a new saviour, which is 1, fizzy water, which you're allowed on the plan, and 2, again, with my first week's delivery of food, Sammy was amazing, and she brought me 4 little sample tubs of the 4 different flavoured water flavourings, which again are amazing, and I'll talk to you about all the products and stuff like that in a separate video. But I just want to, you know, let you know at this point what plan I'm on and how it's worked for me so far. So yeah, 3 products a day, minimum of 2.25 litres. You can spread your products out however you want. You can pick whatever products you want. I could have done all shakes if I'd wanted, all chocolate bars if I'd wanted, but I wanted to really keep my diet as normal as possible. So I was quite happy to either have a shake or a porridge for breakfast. Bought a couple of bars just in case I need something to grab and go. And then primarily in the first few weeks I was having soups for lunch, and they've got quite a few flavours of soups as well, all lovely. My favourite is the Oriental, but again I'll go into the products at a different time on another video for you. And then evening meals, again, I mean, people could have a shake for tea if they really wanted to, if they had a sweet tooth, but I particularly love like spag bol for my tea. It's just amazing. I can't, like I said, I just can't keep praising it highly enough. So on week 1 I lost £5, and then on week 2 I lost £4. Week 3 I lost £3.5. Week 4, which I think was a bit of a lady time, although I don't have lady times, maybe TMI, but as you know, I don't have lady times as such, but I lost 1.5 still, which is amazing. And then I started to get a little bit worried on week 4. I had a little bit of yeah, just a bit of a worrying time, and I remember having a really good long chat with Sammy that week, thinking, oh gosh, like, are the weight losses going to keep going down? Is this going to be another diet that, you know, I'm just getting tiny little losses on it. It's just going to take me forever to get to my target. So yeah, there was worry there, but again, having the one-to-one support from Sammy meant that she assured me to keep going with the plan. If I felt like I wanted to move on to a different step the next week, that was absolutely fine, but she did urge me to just make sure it was just a blip, and just do one more week and let's see where we go. So I did. I completely stuck to plan this week, which was week 5, and I lost £3. So yeah, did a stone in a month. I've had a really good £3 weight loss this week, and I'm just loving it. This week in particular, I've ordered 2 weeks worth of products because I'm actually going on holiday. I am going to stick 100% to plan while I'm on this holiday. I'm going away in my motorhome. We're going round Wales, and I'm really excited because I know it can be done on the go. But yeah, so what I was basically saying is I've got 2 weeks worth of products and I'm going to be doing it while I'm away because it's so easy to do on this plan. So I hope to come back with a good 2-week loss. I'll be doing lots of walking, etc. And yeah, I mean, that's basically a very sort of scaled down story of how I lost a stone in a month. Let me know what you think. I know some of you have done Cambridge before. I don't know if you've done it more than a couple of years ago. It has changed, you know, such a lot since the days that I remember my friend doing it. So I just think it's an amazing plan. It's getting amazing results for so many different people. And I find it so easy to do as well. And just to let you know, I am getting through between 3 and 4 litres of water with the water flavouring. So easy. It's just like fizzy pop, basically, when you add it to fizzy water. So finding that dead easy. And just one little nugget of information for you before I go, because I don't want to make the video too long first time back, but you will be getting another video soon, so don't worry about that. I love the plan so much, and Sammy and I got into talking a few weeks into me doing the plan, should I say, that I've decided that I'm actually going to become a Cambridge weight plan consultant myself. So Sammy put my name forward. I had a Zoom meeting last night for like an introduction to if anyone was interested in doing it, and yeah, she's put my name forward. I loved the Zoom meeting, loved everything they had to say, and I'm just really excited because it's the most excited I've ever been about doing a weight loss plan, and I just want to tell everybody about it, how easy it is and how great the products are and the results that everyone are getting. And I just want everyone to have that opportunity to be able to do that. And I just thought, I'm not going to wait until I get to Target to do this. I want to do my weight loss along with my clients. So as soon as I get back from my holiday, the 4th of August, I'm doing my training, and then I'm just throwing myself straight into it. So if you do want any information at all, if you live locally to me as well, especially, I know a lot of the consultants now are doing the Zoom meetings or FaceTime or Skype, and supporting over that. So at the moment I can do that from a distance for you if you'd like more information, you're interested. But yeah, certainly if you're local to Driffield, I will be the first consultant in Driffield, surrounding villages, etc. So if you do live in East Yorkshire, bordering on North Yorkshire, or anywhere else at the moment that I can support you socially distanced over video call, then yeah, drop me an inbox. All my information is in my profile at the top there. You'll be able to find the link to that. Or if you follow me on Instagram, feel free to just drop me a message over on Instagram as well. My main profile, as you'll all know, is Donna Dyble, and I'll put my new weight plan across the bottom there for you as well, but it's simply my Cambridge diet. So if you want to come across and follow me on there, it has been a bit incognito until I let all you guys know what was going on. I didn't really want to jump in and tell you straight away. I wanted to really know about the plan in depth and know that it was good enough to sing and sing and shout about, let you all know and tell you how fantastic it is. So yeah, anyway, I'm not going to say how brilliant it is anymore because I've gone on enough about it, but as you can probably see, I'm over the moon with the results I'm getting. I feel fitter, healthier, more alert. I've been told that I'm looking a lot more glowy. and the most exciting thing is doing this during lockdown as well, is a lot of friends and family won't have seen me for so long, and I just can't wait for them to see the difference. Yeah, and I know that within 6 months to 8 months I'm going to be at a target weight that I've always wanted to be at. I mean, I would never have even dreamed of that before. 6 to 8 years maybe, but 6 to 8 months I just can't believe, but it can be done, and it is being done every day. So thanks ever so much for tuning in. Thank you everyone for all your support over on Instagram and sticking with me. I will be back very, very soon with another video for you, letting you know all about the products, the sort of things that I'm eating. Yeah, just a bit more in-depth look at the plan that I'm on. So I'll see you in that video very, very soon. I love you all. Take care of yourselves, whatever it is you're doing. Stay safe, and I'll see you soon. All right then, love you, bye.